So let's talk about something a lot happier and super cool happening in San Diego this weekend. Every October, Mission Bay becomes the backdrop for one of San Diego's most feel-good weekends, Mission Bayfest. It's got a backyard party vibe on a much bigger scale. Friends, sunshine, and the soundtrack of San Diego. Joining me is longtime San Diego DJ and one of the co-founders of Bayfest, DJ Mikey Beats. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for the excellent intro. I appreciate that.
Look, Bayfest started because of you and two friends who kicked it off with the big dreams. What was it that first sparked you to think, okay, we're doing this?
Great question, and I appreciate the time here. What happened was, I just saw an opportunity. There wasn't a united American reggae festival in San Diego that was done by locals. And I was just out there and I was feeling out the parks and I said, you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot. And I found a great piece of land and I said, let's go.
So let's start with the vibe. What do you want people to walk away with when they come?
Well, maybe a sunburn. Yeah. we do have perfect weather. I want them walking out and just singing the songs to their car or to their Uber or whatever, and a big smile on their face. That gets me going.
This year's lineup is totally stacked. Sublime, Slightly Stupid, 311, Peppers, Steel Pulse. How did you pull off that mix of reggae rock and hip hop legends?
You know, it's tough because I've started as a fan, and now to be in the driver's seat, it's gotten tougher in the sense that, you know, I want to be out in the crowd and hanging out. Instead, I'm talking to managers and agents, you know, but honestly, it's something that we build and we build up, and you know, now our phone's ringing, whereas before we were making the phone calls.
Wow.
Now our phone is ringing, so it's nice.
Well, I mean, you're expecting 45,000 people there over the weekend. That's a huge situation.
It is massive, and we are going to be the biggest concert in the history of Mission Bay Park. So we're very excited to hold that title, and we're gonna have some fun.
What moment made you realize that Bayfest originally made it? When they were calling you guys to be in it?
Oh my goodness. What was it? Let's see here. Well, at one point when I got on this news channel, I was like, I made it.
Yes, people say that a lot.
Definitely some of that. But you know, it's when my neighbors and the friends I grew up with and the people of San Diego just started recognizing me on the street, like, hey, you're the guy that brought Bayfest, and they thank me for doing this, and I gotta thank San Diego because it's not just me, it's us, it's our vibe.
Okay, so how do you keep that hometown authenticity even with it getting so big?
Oh, goodness. Well, first of all, the location is San Diego.
Yeah.
It's Mariners Point Park and Ventura Cove where we have a new stage. So that in its own, within Mission Bay, it stays very, very San Diego. You have your toes in the grass, your toes in the sand, toes in the water. That is San Diego right there. So as long as we keep a beautiful location and this weather stays perfect, we'll be very San Diego.
And that is, we are going to have that this weekend. So you just mentioned that Ventura Cove stage. It sounds epic. What kind of experience can fans expect there?
Oh, Ventura Cove is so beautiful. It's one of Mission Bay's hidden gems. It is a grass peninsula lined with trees. You got palm trees, lots of shade, beautiful thick grass, like I mentioned, surrounded by water. So while you're listening to bands like Chromeo, Tuxedo, Rome Ramirez, Hyrie, you could be looking into the water and there's a person on a stand-up paddleboard just paddling by, listening to music, grooving. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful.
So let's talk about the food, drinks, the art. You're keeping it all local. That's an important part. That is Bayfest.
It really is. And San Diego's a melting pot, so we have such a variety of food. And trust a fat guy, it's they're all so good. I handpick them myself. But you know, we got tacos, lumpia, we've got pretzels, we've got pizza. We've got so much different stuff for all the people. And yeah, local vendors, super important. When you go to like the vendor booths, this is handmade crafts and just locals, just vending.
All kinds of drinks. Do you have the Tiger's, is it Tiger's Blood? You know, it's made by some guys in Mission Beach.
Tiger's Blood, shout out to Walden. I love my man Walden, but we're keeping the Tiger's Blood in the artist area.
Okay, that's cool.
But we're sponsored by Smile.
Okay.
So we love our Smiles. Smiles is also a local company. I got to shout out Smoke Flower. Smoke Flower did this apparel, this amazing shirt.
Oh, wow.
Yes. If it makes me look good, it's got to be good.
Yeah, that's so cool.
But yeah, as far as other libations, we got margaritas, we got bars.
Everything.
Good. We got Pacificos and Coronas.
So you've got this chill, community-driven energy that feels different from other big festivals. You said, I didn't want this to be a Coachella.
Right.
You don't want that.
I don't want that. I don't want the pretentiousness. I don't want the influencers taking their selfies and doing all that. By all means, influencers, please come. That's
Come
totally
and take
fine.
some pictures.
But you know, I want just genuine San Diegans and people from out of town to come to experience real San Diego culture, because that's what we are. We come from San Diego.
And that's why it's getting bigger, because it is chill and feels authentic. What is the secret to keeping it real?
It is. For me, it's the soundtrack. It's the music that we book. I mean, Steel Pulse. Come on,
I know.
You pull into any parking lot near a beach, and you're hearing roller skates. You know, that's how it goes. And same with Sublime, Slightly Stupid, Revolution. You hear the stuff at the beach. You hear the stuff in the streets of San Diego, and that's what makes this a genuine San Diego festival.
How many years have you been doing this?
I started in 2019, so
it's not that long that it has gotten so big.
And I'll tell you, I was a wedding DJ before this, and I was perfectly happy. And somehow I complicated my life.
Yeah, you did.
But it's wonderful. So it's been a short run so far, but we're expecting a very long run.
You know, for it to get this big, this fast, it shows you people are wanting it.
Absolutely, absolutely. I like I said earlier, I get thanked all the time, and it's nice. It's a good feeling to represent San Diego culture.
Tell me one of your favorite memories over the years of this.
You know, in 2021, when we were down at Waterfront Park, that was San Diego Bayfest, and that was in the middle of the pandemic, and we were the very first music festival in California to go. We had Sublime with Rome and the Dirty Heads, and all eyes were on us, and there was so much pressure. And when we got there and I heard Sublime with Rome play Santa Maria, I just started crying.
No.
And I looked in the crowd, and the people were crying because we were cooped up in our houses, and here was a chance to be outside with our friends. And I'm getting goosebumps right now.
I am too. I'm feeling that.
And it was real. It was real.
Yeah, that's what people love about Bayfest. So when the last act plays and the lights go down over Mission Bay, what's the one thing you hope people are thinking as they head home? I'm just looking at all the video, all these people. What do you hope they take away?
I hope that they feel that every dollar they spent was well. I also hope that they're ready to come back for next year, because that's when we start planning, is the next day. You know, as we're breaking down, we're getting those phone calls from the managers and agents, so we're starting the process. So.
This is so fun. I mean, I feel like this lineup, this is a concert I would go see when I was in college.
That's what, hey.
I've seen 311 and Sublime.
I think you're our target market.
I am. I definitely am. Okay, this is going to be a lot of fun. Tickets are selling out, but you have some available.
We do have some available. You can get them now at bayfestsd.com, and we will also be selling tickets at the door. We think. I don't know. Tickets are selling hard.
They run out. So,
yeah.
And that gets you in just like any festival, gets you all the way around.
Absolutely. So yeah, and here's the thing with our general admission experience, it's awesome. Like VIP, I always tell people, get a VIP, you get a little leg up on it. But the GA experience in itself is beautiful because the land is so beautiful, and it's so big, it's so vast.
Just go and hang out.
Just go and hang out. And VIP experience, you get a little bit more, of course. You know.
Are those tickets sold out?
Those tickets are not sold out, but they are selling hard. People love their VIP experience in San Diego. But you get front of stage, you get $1.50 tacos. Hey now.
That's worth it. That's worth it. Okay. Mikey Beats, thank you so much for joining us. It's going to be awesome this weekend.